Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the do.
Oh, it looks like we're in a screensaver.
We need to go higher.
Higher.
Definitely higher.
We're like yodeling high.
Yodeling?
No. Don't do that.
We should go even higher.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh.
I'm good.
Me too.
Adventure has a new look.
Let's go lower.
Lower. That sounds good.
Discover more in the all-new Subaru Outback Wilderness. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Mountain Dew Spark might hypnotize you. You might want to stop staring. Stop staring at the delicious Mountain Dew Spark.
And then montage 1. 20 minutes. So 6 by 6.
The Bomb Hole.
Bomb Hole Podcast.
It's going to be very hot. It's going to be very uncomfortable for everybody.
The Bomb Hole.
Welcome to day 2 of the Woodward Peace Park Championships here from Mount Bachelor. And I'm Todd Richards. I'm joined by, obviously, the Bomb Hole crew right here. 2 legends in the new snowboard media landscape. We have Chris Grenier and E. Stone. Stony Buds!
How we doing, bud?
So good, my dogs.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Thank you.
I love how the loose usage of the word legend these days. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really loose.
Really
Very
throwing
loose.
that
Yeah.
one around, huh?
Very
Yeah.
loose.
Okay.
We've lubed up legends, so you guys can use it as well.
Absolutely.
you.
Pretty much every civilian's a legend at this point.
Yeah,
I
very
love it.
kind, very kind.
Is it a legend or a I can't. Okay, here we go.
let's
So we've had a amazing second day of competition here. We had the highest hand plant on the wall ride feature, which was intimidating to say the least, and also people just going sky high on the hips. Yesterday, of course, was our race day, which was anything but boring as well. And we kind of, we came into this thing thinking like, race day, it's not really high on the list of things that are going to be exciting, but boy, oh boy, were we wrong.
Mons Roysland was bulldozing gates for the entire day. It was a bad day to be a racing gate. I'll tell you that much. Hey, I think we actually have a recap of that from yesterday. Kyle, you want to throw that on the screen? Yeah, let's talk
Yeah,
about
let's
this
check
race.
this out.
What do we got here, Todd?
Well, look over there on the course on your left. That is Oscar the Crouch. Now, that is Brock Crouch's new nickname because his jacket looks like it came from a garbage can. And, he's out there racing. Right there, we see Darcy Sharp trying to get the wheelie through. And that was just, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what we had yesterday. We had some amazing
Brock Crouch,
matchups.
I think, just got done cleaning up the BP oil spill in that jacket. Got
Dirtiest
that thing out of a
jacket on the
dumpster.
mountain.
Yeah, so that thing is not sanitary. If you go near Brock, do not touch that jacket. Now we got Mark Mick. He was a stud out there. Look at him turning, burning. He knows what he's doing. That's where he
right
paid
there.
the piper.
Oops,
That's where he paid the
I
piper.
tripped.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where Big Air Jair kind of took the win. The underdog came through.
Really, the story was all about these guys that were not really being in their comfortable elements and throwing them into a race course, where basically anything can happen. It was really the humbler yesterday for sure.
It was.
Definitely the humbler.
Now, take a note on the left, you have Elena Height, just the form, the control, the edge work. She was just dialed in out there on the course yesterday.
I think
Todd.
she would have beat some of the men, personally. She
Absolutely.
looked the best out there.
Easily. And then Haley Langland as well. I mean, we had kind of a crazy matchup on the women's side of things. It was so close that they had to go back up, re-rack, and do it again.
Photo finish.
Probably not as close as we were claiming it was, but we just wanted to see him race again.
Look at the Bulldog just bulldozing these gates. Roysland just plowing through these things.
Did you guys happen to
Just
see his forearm today?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Look at that.
It looks like torn up meat right now. The biggest bruise I've seen in a while.
Yeah, there's our 2 champions on the screen with the axes.
Yeah, they are going
Elena and
home
Mons.
with the hatchets from this. Definitely hatcheted that course yesterday. And then, of course, transitioning to today. Yesterday was racing. We have this overall point thing that's going on here. So they were in the lead for a little bit as it's a, what do we say this is? This is a sprint, not a marathon.
No, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Marathon, not a
Marathon,
sprint.
not a
Yeah, sure.
So we got to play the long game.
Yeah, we play a long game here. Obviously, today was 2 of the most spectacular events that we would possibly see here. And as far as spectators go, it was amazing. There was a full-on peanut
built
gallery.
right next to the chairlift. That was by design, I'm sure, so everyone can see. And then people just lining up on the side, screaming at the
I noticed
big
a
airs.
lot of Stony Buds. How you doing? So good, my dogs from the lift.
Yeah,
today,
there
bud.
was maybe 10 of those today.
Yeah.
So I had to move away from under the lift for a little bit.
I see you had your camera flare on you. I didn't actually see you pointed at anything except for the snow, but you definitely were wearing a camera today.
Some people get gold chains, diamonds. I wear a $10,000 camera on the neck. It's
That's a good
the
flex.
new stuff.
That's
right
a
there.
good flex.
Yeah, it is a good flex. But we have some footage today, a little recap of how the hip
Or
went.
preview. We got a
Oh,
preview.
preview.
We're going to do preview first. We're going to show what we got so the viewers know what kind of setup we had. So if you look at this, we're calling it the WOD, Todd, the Wall of Doom. That thing is 24 feet off of, I think, like a 24-foot quarter, 48 feet tall.
They used to call me Wad Richards.
I heard that actually.
Yeah, it's their
Wad
signature
Richards.
feature. That's the Wad Richards WOD right there is what
The
everybody's
wall of
calling it.
doom.
Now you have a front side and backside hip, and you got a giant skyscraper in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, today, obviously, our minds were absolutely blown with what happened. But looking at thing yesterday, you and I were kind of like, ain't no one making it to the top of that thing. No way in hell.
No.
I'll tell
Boy,
you what.
were we wrong.
I'll tell you what. It was a little bit like a Pink Floyd The Wall concert. People were tripping watching the action today. If you know what I mean.
Well played. Well played, buds. I'll tell you, I know a lot of the riders were having night terrors all night. I heard like hospital visits due to like insomnia because they were so scared. And when you show up to this thing, I mean, you're basically straight lining into a wall or a hip, and it's a nightmare situation. Really.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like, as much as you can plan for something like this, and I know, like, Danny Davis with the course guys that were out here kind of designing these things on a napkin. It's one thing when you're sitting at a restaurant and Danny's like, yeah, I think I might want to do something like this. And then next thing you know, it's built and you're all, oh, we have to do this.
Yeah, is this going to even work? What's going to happen?
But it did. I mean, I was looking at that thing kind of skeptically about, like, it's a little, maybe it's a little oversized.
I'm under the theory if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
And they will do this, and they did.
Yeah, they absolutely did.
Now, I think that a lot of the viewers, I think they want to see some of the action, So I think, you know what, Kyle? I think it could be a good time to throw the warm-up montage we have of these riders right when they started getting into it.
And they kind of got right to business out there.
So here we go. That's Red Gerard just flying up the wall. He
came out hot
I think
early.
he went 12 feet up the first time he hit it.
Yeah.
So these riders were destroying.
Hey, look at that warm-up.
Raibu,
That is a warm-up
right
there.
out of the gate. Raibu, that was probably his first air on the hip.
And the weather was playing hide and seek. The sun was, at least. But, one of the stars that's not actually in the competition but just decided to show up and blow up was Zeb. I mean, Zeb was unbelievable how not scared he is of going incredibly fast at very tall obstacles.
Mm-hmm. We just saw Gabe Ferg, and he only hit the thing 5 times, but everything he did was incredible today. Shout out to Gabe Ferg. And then Sebe DeBuck, he paid the piper today.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say Sebe got debucked?
He did get debucked. Yeah, that was like missed the hand, goes crippler, whiplash. Luckily, he's okay. He didn't get a concussion or anything. He said his jaw was a little sore. Other than that, there we have Zoe on the screen, current Olympic gold medalist in slopestyle, and then Zebulon.
Yeah,
Planet Zebulon.
Are you joking? And he's not. He's right. How big is the board again?
205.
205.
205 centimeters.
There's Raibu. Just a people's champ out there on the hip today.
Yeah, and the fact that you could be on the lift and look over, and Raibu is going just as high as you are on the chairlift.
He really was.
It's a real experience for the customer out there.
And old Zeb trying to tear down the Berlin Wall right there pretty much did by the end, and we will get there later in the show. But what a show it was today.
And Mark Mick was quick to get some amplitude on that hip. He's a true professional, as you can see.
Yeah, not just a jumper off the slopestyle.
And then you have Max Warb, who we're actually going to have on the show in a little bit. There you see him. He was definitely nailing it on the wall all day long. And
doing it for the locals, right?
Yeah, he's a Bend local. He put Bend on his back, actually. He actually said after the contest he might get Bend tattooed across of his back or across his shoulders. So there's a couple rumors circulating about that.
Throwing Bend on the back.
Well, let's talk about real quick, like the hip. The thing that's crazy about hips is the margin for error. Like, you set a track, and if you go 2 feet, 2 inches to the right off the top of the lip, and you're going backside, you're landing dead flat. You're falling 40 feet out of the sky. Mm-hmm. I think, to me, hips are the most dangerous thing you could possibly hit. And then obviously the 24-foot wall is psychotic.
Yeah, there's a very subtle difference between landing perfectly and base jumping into the parking lot.
And what's funny is these guys just handled it like the pros they were, and we didn't even see that today.
Yeah.
Also, got to give a huge shout out to the park crew. Those guys have been working for freaking weeks on that mound of snow, and it was a sculpture.
It was fun watching them enjoy the fruits of their labor and see it work out and the smiles on their faces. And I hung out with them a bit at the beginning of the session. They're just high-fiving and really hyped.
Will you throw out some high fives, buds?
Yeah, I did. I high-fived the bros. I'm rooming next to them down at the Lowe's, and
Nice.
I'll tell you what, these are good crew of guys right there.
The park crew, I'll always say it, they're the unsung heroes of the snowboard community. You show up, there's a beautiful park in the morning that everybody worked hard for. So check out Peace Park anywhere you're at because it's beautiful. But let's talk about some standouts in that first session, Todd. Who did you see?
Well, obviously, we're going to talk about Zeb a lot just because I feel like when you're riding something like this, especially, with the wall ride, you could tell that Zeb just wanted to put his hand on top of that thing. And he obviously didn't care about life or limb going into it. But I think Red was just handling. You could tell he was like focused, really wanted it. And, Max Warburton was just, like you said, he throwing bend up on his back, but he's a hand planter. Mm-hmm. You can tell that guy knows his way around an invert. Mm-hmm. And he was trying to put it up there as high as he possibly could too. It was kind of cool to watch people work out what would work better, like a frontside invert or your basic like just backside andrect or whatever you're going to do. And it was fun to see who had the different techniques going in at that and what would actually get you up there a little higher.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, and again, let's talk about bend locals because you had Fat Gabe. I think he only hit the thing 5 times, but every time he went to the moon and he did a hand plant really high, and he was, he likes to not put a lot of effort in. That's his shtick, I think. And then you had, Raibu right out of the gate went huge. Mark Mick right out of the gate went huge. It was unbelievable.
Who impressed me out there?
Who's that?
This kid Mason Jar.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact about him. You know about his bloodline?
I do.
Let's hear it.
Jake Blauvelt.
That's built champion blood just running through his veins, and
wow.
I think he proved it today.
He also made the biggest bomb hole in the quarter pipe later on in the competition.
Yeah, he basically made the wall ride unrideable due to him putting a 6-person dual jet hot tub into the in run of that from his front flips.
I'm kind of maybe next time they do this thing, and you got this wall ride, you got this hip. We could do highest hip replacement air for us. I think that might be good to get out there and have the older guys take a crack at this thing and
at that hip.
Yeah,
let's
maybe
go.
Get some hips.
We might be able to arrange this for you.
If you've got a hip replacement lined up, maybe just finish your hip off right there on the hip, and then you just go get a new one on Monday.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea, Todd. Yeah, and we had a couple poachers in there today, too.
Yeah, we had
Ben
some Ben homies were in there kind of
going big, too.
Takes hips, like you said, it's one of the scariest things to ride. I think, as we move on this weekend, and the next event that we have is the actual Peace Park, the half park, that's going to be more of an exhale because this thing today, I think, was basically you just kind of had to like sack up and ride as fast as you possibly could.
Yeah, and only a small amount of riders are really going to shine in that kind of situation. I think tomorrow everyone's going to shine in their own way.
It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, a lot of prestigious riders. Now, one thing I think we should talk about is the history of this wall. Because they've done the wall for a number of years, and I think last time they did the contest, there is some archival footage of the wall. I don't know, Kyle. Can we pull that up so people can see? Yeah, this is 2019. Pre-COVID.
This is right before the world ended, and you see right there that it's 24 feet high, highest hand plant on that wall. No one really
16 feet, correct?
Yeah, no one really got too close. I think Nick Baden had an 18-footer.
18.
Yeah. But it was a struggle, and that was the reasoning was because you get G'd out, G-forces coming into that quarter pipe were really strong. So it was, Danny's goal was to alleviate some of those G-forces coming into this thing, and I think they really did that because, as you saw, people got really high up on that wall today.
Well, and the difference was, I think, being hand-built versus machine-built, and today's wall, the quarter pipe was hand-built, allowing you to have that. As they build, the builders are able to shape it as they go and kind of get that perfect tranny, where the machine is just more like a half pipe and harder to get up as high, and we proved it today when
kind of
we saw.
If you build it, they'll come scenario.
Yes, that is exactly it. Kevin Costner, I believe, said that.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
This
Yes.
is the field of nightmares.
Yeah, it's a field of nightmares. There were definitely nightmares last. Did you guys happen to see Dusty this morning? Pacing around, just like staring at the wall.
I will say this though,
stare at the wall.
When these guys, obviously Chris and I were on a megaphone up there, really shouting words of encouragement, or just trying to fracture people's souls as they came into this thing, and we yelled at Dusty because his billowing was slowing him down.
Yes. A lot of wind drag.
It's like a sailboat, but
so many flavors.
And but I think that means we should go to a commercial right now.
Yeah, looks like they tried to cut to a commercial, so might as well hit that right now.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get a dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again.
Do the do.
Oh, it looks like we're in a screensaver.
We need to go higher.
Higher.
Definitely higher.
We're like yodeling high.
Yodeling?
No. Ooh, don't do that.
We should go even higher. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. I'm good.
Me too.
Adventure has a new look.
Let's go lower.
Lower. That sounds good.
Discover more in the all-new Subaru Outback Wilderness. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Mountain Dew Spark might hypnotize you. You might want to stop staring. Stop staring at the delicious Mountain Dew Spark.
The 2022 Woodward Peace Park Championships are being brought to you by Fat Tire, America's first certified carbon neutral beer. By Mountain Dew, proud partner of Peace Park. And by the all-new Subaru Outback Wilderness. Hey, we are back here with the the after show, the banter marathon that we're going to have here every day after the events of Peace Park Championships. And we have a guest in the booth. This is Axe Warbington. And we will allude to why they're calling him Axe Warbington in a second. But Max Warbington's here. He's a Bend local, and he was one of the standouts today out there on the wall ride quarter. What are we calling that thing? Oh, the WOD.
The Wall of Doom. The Wall of Doom.
Yeah, yeah.
Big time.
Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here with you guys. Good to have you in Oregon, up at Batchy, chilling in the Nordic Center here, Bombhole headquarters for the weekend.
It's the mobile headquarters.
Yeah, it's nice. Great to be here. Today was sick as fuck.
Yeah. So
this is a PG-13 show.
It is. It's for the kids.
Sick as.
Yeah. So
that's what I said.
Well, today, obviously, when you've been watching the build for that thing for a few days, so what did you think when you rolled in here and you saw a 24-foot tall wall ride on top of that monster quarter pipe?
Well, being from here, you would think it's an obvious thing that I was here watching it, but actually, I was in Mount Baker, drove here on 419, showed up for 420 and saw it just the same as all these other guys coming here. So I didn't see the build, and I had been hearing about it, hearing rumors and how big everything was. But when you see it in person, it's like a whole nother beast. The wall is just so scary, like looking at it. The pads helped a little, but.
Oh, did they?
I mean.
I thought maybe you had this axe here to chop it down a couple feet. So
we were, yeah.
Now I'm wondering, like, the thing is, going into those things, how do you not speed check? 'Cause I know going into big hips, it's like go straight. You're going to a big wall, go straight, don't speed check, and then you end up doing 5 speed checks. But
right.
you did a great job not doing that today.
That's like the biggest thing I tell myself in my head when I'm dropping in, like, and slowly sort of work your way up, like pick that point where you can like just go straight and actually do it, and like bend your knees on the way up. And that wall ride was crazy. Like I'd never hit anything like that before, and you really would like. You hit it real fast. You need to make sure you're going straight because you can't drift. It was so narrow. And you have to go straight up and down. So your feet basically just hit it and shoot out. And then there's like this weightless moment. And then you get your hand on it. And then you fall for a while on the way back down. And every single one of those, I was like full like Tony Hawk squat all the way through the training on the way down. Because it was like, I don't know.
Body mechanics. You're going body mechanics.
Full body mechanics, yeah. I'm in the mind on the way in. Bend my knees, strong core.
What's it like floating up that thing and just kind of like waiting? Because it kind of was like you had to really wait and take your time and be patient. The people that snapped, you watch them kind of go in.
Totally. Yeah, it happened to a couple of people. Like, and I think that's sort of why like I thought it was less scary. As soon as I hit it one time, I thought it'd be less scary to go backside invert instead of frontside, because the frontside you have like a snap movement, and the backside you can kind of like slowly slip. But it was like I never had it such slow mo where you go and I was like hit the wall, looking at my tail, like waiting to stop going up, and then like putting my hand down. And that one I just floated a back 3, no touch. And I was like, didn't feel very much different than the other ones.
Yeah, you were like a mime, just
Yeah, kind of like, should I touch it? I don't know.
Now, should we break down the reason why he has that axe?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Let's bring out the
Yeah,
axe.
why did you get that thing today?
Yeah, I feel a little like there's a caveat with this because Zeb he's not on the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
Like he touched the coping.
Yeah.
Let's just put that out there, And I came in somewhere in the 20 something and yeah, highest one of the day out of the people besides Zeb.
Yeah,
Highest
So
hand
the normal
plant winner. Highest hand plant winner. Give it
so
up.
like the normal human beings, I got the best. And then there was also Zeb was there. So
Well, the reason is so
Here's
people
a
know.
shot of it
yeah,
right
let's
here.
show,
Look at
let's
that.
show
Here
your
we go.
clips.
yeah, dink.
gets that.
Oh,
I mean,
little sketchy on the grab.
Yeah,
I'm not
Dude,
gonna
well,
lie.
but
look,
you had clean ones.
There
as
was
well.
some clean ones
Yeah.
in the mix.
I had some photos of you
There we
where you were
go.
definitely grabbing.
wait a
very
second.
clean.
Wait a second. You shot a photo today?
Well, no, with my phone.
Oh, you have some from previous years.
I had some looking at Yoshi's camera actually, or Blotto's
Oh.
maybe.
I mean,
17.
it's so gnarly to
There's
watch
that
that
squat,
go down.
huh?
There's
Yeah.
that squat every
It's
time.
a crucial crouch right there, the Brock
Yeah.
crouch.
The
There's
Brock.
that fisheye shot we've been looking for. That was an early one.
You were like just throwing all sorts of different grabs, huh? Trying to figure out what was the best,
Yeah, it's kind of
most comfortable.
yeah. It depends on how your feet slip out. I was either going melon or nose, like split second decision, pretty much.
And so, also, real quick, so people know, like Zeb, the reason why he's not on the in it is
Right.
because he's only doing day 1, day 2. He couldn't stay for day 3, so he was.
Did you hear where he's headed?
Okay, he's flying to Miami.
Yep.
Yep.
He's going to be driving cars in Miami Beach, just having a good time, and you can't blame him, I guess, for
No.
stepping
He's
away.
Living his best life.
When he comes in and just hits the top, he hit literally.
I mean,
he was
he threw that-
above
the
coping,
rock and
I
roll.
swear.
Can we talk about the 6-inch high backside air on a 50-foot quarter pipe?
Yes,
Right.
we can.
Yeah, he did the highest air out of a 50-foot quarter pipe today. With 6 inches out.
Totally. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It's messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I think Zeb was just kind of throwing stuff at a wall to see what sticks, and a lot of different stuff. I
Wow.
even saw him do some Spider-Man
Wow.
maneuvers.
He was like snaking people on
Yeah.
the way in, like hungry for that.
Yeah.
It was sick to watch.
Let's talk
Proud coach here.
Let's talk
you
about
know.
a couple other clips though, because I don't think we have them, but you did a full back 3. And then you did
floater.
Andrecht,
Yep.
a bunch of those,
Yep.
and then one of my favorites, Todd basically blew a gasket
Lost
on
my mind.
on the hip. I don't know. It'll probably be later in a montage, but method front 180.
yeah,
Yeah.
The,
That's been
the rewind.
That's been a fun one. I've been working on that, training it up. I did one really big on a park jump in New Zealand at that Jossie contest, and then kind of figured it out there where when you have the second to like hold your extension on something big, when you let go of your grab and you snap everything together, you like can spin kind of easily.
It's incredibly difficult. I mean, we used to
Yeah.
try that a long time ago,
Totally.
and I would do it in the pipe where I'd try to set up for something on the front side wall. It's so hard to make it look like you made that look today. I
Thanks.
mean, incredible.
I'm always hyped on that one. It's like true. That's like a true jump pretzel.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
you're this way and then you go full pretzel.
Yeah.
too.
The
So
old jump
cool.
pretzel.
Have
I
you
like
ever
that.
caught your
Yeah.
toe edge on that one? Because that could be a disaster.
You gotta be
like
aware
a
of
fly
that.
swatter.
Yeah,
It's
talk
a full
about going
fly
down
swatter.
hard.
You can't like try to jam your toes in. You gotta like either be ready to suck up and go to your ass or like stomp.
Yeah.
And then also you let the hoof breathe out there.
Yes.
You were letting that hoof dangle.
Sketchily.
Yeah.
Let the hoof breathe.
High speed hoof dangle.
Yeah. I was
one
like,
footer for the people that are unfamiliar.
Dude, the
with that
one
term.
footer of just for the sake of I'm not going to do anything with my back foot. I'm just going to do an air with my foot next to my binding. It was all that
That's
one too.
like-
There wasn't.
I mean-
You didn't dangle the participle. You just kind of like
That's- yeah.
kept it,
Participle.
participle.
Love that. Love
we don't
that.
like that. As a one footer snob, we don't like
No.
that.
Oh, that's a
you
no-fly
need to be
zone.
tweaking it.
Yeah, you're
no
supposed to get that thing out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the 1 foot methods, they feel good when you get them good.
You have a nice one of those.
And we were up on yesterday we were on the cone with Dirksen for like the late lap snow skate backflip sesh and everything. But Dirksen's with us and he's like the 1 foot hip method guy and one of my heroes, Shred Heroes. So like I had to hit that. I still want to, hopefully we get another sesh on that at some point because I think a lot of people are still hungry for more on that whole situation up there.
Yeah, the light was
I'd like
playing
to
cat
launch
and
a big
mouse
one.
too. You know,
Yeah.
for you guys, you couldn't really see anything towards you. Grandies and I were like, why are they still doing this? You
I know.
couldn't. The definition was not even. It wasn't like there was any blue dye to like give you guys an idea of where to go either.
I think Zeb, Red, and I, and probably some of the other dudes would have been higher up and like way nice on that wall if it was good light all day long.
Was that wind messing with you guys at all?
I think on the hip, I wasn't
Just
really
the
like
hip?
blasting the hip the way those guys were, but I think, I mean, there's no way it wasn't messing with
Yeah,
them.
it had to be.
It was flapping up there.
Well, I think it's a good
Classic
time,
Batchy.
Kyle. Maybe we should pull up montage number 2. We got some more riding clips to go through. So there we go. I don't know who was
That's
that.
Dan.
Danny. That was
Yeah,
Danny.
Just some beautiful plants all day.
You can see how flat light it is. Definitely adding to the difficulty of that plant.
That time you get up there, like to reach for your grab and everything, it's crazy.
Kind of a lot of time to think about what could possibly happen to you if things aren't right coming back in.
No side drifters today, though. Thank
how's
God.
this?
Yeah, look at this.
This is an incredible. This Talker.
Oh,
Look at
this
the
is looking like a
speed.
germ follow.
Boom.
Oh my gosh, that is ridiculous.
It was a rare moment of a sun too. That was nice.
Yep.
Looks like the crowd went absolutely berserk. For
The
that
squad at the top was pretty heat all day.
Oh, here's you right here.
Here we go.
one. Bingo.
Sick
Oh,
extension
that's a
on
nice
that one.
one.
Yep, perfect. Yeah, the power squat through the bottom using the shock absorbers.
There we
There
go.
we go.
That
That's
was
up
the
in the
good one.
20s.
I think that was the one.
That was up
I
in the
think so.
20s.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was the
amazing.
one.
Here's gonna be another big air
Rye
right
boost.
here.
Oh my!
I've got
And he
And
gets
he's like,
that.
I got it, no problem. Let me just grab that real quick.
We
Pull it in.
everyone at the top thought he was dead on that one,
Yeah, talk about showmanship on that. Just
Dude.
kind of pulling
Just-
it
and
together.
then gets it.
Zoink.
Bink.
Air swim to lockout. Wow.
And that stomp.
That was
Oh
what
my
we call
God.
Air Bud Golden Retriever.
Yeah,
Todd.
it was an Airbud Golden Retriever, and then you just landing with a high back straight in your bottom. Look at this right
There's
here.
one of those
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
That was
Spider-Man
surfer.
airs.
That reminds me of like a Rob Machado toe side surfer on the news.
Yeah, a little
Todd.
surfer on the
Yeah,
news.
we were calling that one the ham plant because
I'm
you,
sure-
you just press your ham right on the
Oh, the
right on the
ham
wall,
plant.
right? Yeah, the ham plant right there, and then you get it back underneath you, and that's how you do it.
Did you guys already discuss Zeb's board choice for the day? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And
pretty
It was
unreal.
amazing how he's just like a cat. Well, look at this. Wow.
Oh, there's a photo there. Somebody got that. Bud, did you get that photo?
Definitely got that photo.
That was freaking huge.
Can we talk about so as the day went on, obviously the quarter pipe started to erode from where the wall ride began.
Yeah.
And at some point, Zeb all of a sudden would have that board facing the wrong way, and that big shrimp fork would be coming back
shrimp
down.
fork.
The shrimp fork would almost catch where the meeting of the quarter pipe and the wall ride started. I was just waiting for him to just go and stick in like
Skewered.
some tongs. Yeah,
It was like a Brazilian barbecue.
It really
Every
was.
time he came by, I was looking for some meat to
He's
grab.
going
off of that
hibachi
shrimp fork.
grill on
Yeah.
him. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like helping him get up the wall ride, maybe, but also like way dangerous in another way.
And he hardly. Did he fall?
Does the meat splat?
The
Yeah,
meaning
define
of fall.
fall.
Yeah, he
because
just
he's
always
still
seemed
a
to
trick.
end up on
It's
his
still
board.
a trick.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. You made this thing. You made it out unscathed. How the hell did you manage to do that?
I don't know. I was getting lucky and focusing on like trying to land it. I don't know.
What was
Luck,
the vibe?
huh? Skill.
It showed
The
the
hip
montage
feels like luck.
at the top. What was like the vibe at the top? Because you saw everybody hanging. Are they like, oh geez, like, or are people hyped?
Most everybody was just super hyped.
Yeah.
It was like everyone's just like so stoked, pushing each other to go bigger. So dope to watch both those Japanese guys go like kind of head to head in a way, like who's gonna go bigger. Amazing. Like, and watching people go big on hips in real life is like another thing.
Yes.
It's crazy. Like that thing had like sketch Wu-Tang a little, and they're just handling it, like popping super hard. It's fun.
Another unsung hero of today. We must address this. It's Craig McMorris.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
I was gonna
yes,
bring
we
that
do.
up.
Yeah.
I went a little hard on Craig McMorris on the wall ride because
Yeah.
he was doing kind of a dumpy hand plant.
I was doing that at the top.
But boy, oh boy, did he really come back
Yeah.
and really shove it down our throats.
I think it's because you were gassing him up a little bit and giving him some a hard time.
Maybe
and,
well, look, there's a couple ways to do hand plants.
Right.
That wasn't one of them.
That wasn't one of them.
He said legit.
Yeah.
hand plants.
Well, any gripe you
But-
had with Craig is over the minute
Yes.
you see that frontside chuck come out.
Yeah.
Dude.
Some call it a heinous chuck. I believe
Heinous?
invented by Nate Farrell. He used to do those in the half pipe, and
When
there's
he
the
does it,
backside is a
maybe.
Michael chuck, and then the front side's a heinous chuck.
Really?
That's an East Coast term, so I don't know if that's
looks
Is it
like a-
only heinous when
heinous is
Farrell
like-
is
no. It's
busting it, or
when you
all the
invent a
time?
trick, you get to name it. So you know.
It kind of looks like a throwing star, or like you throw a cat out of a window or something like that. It's got that frisbee.
But you guys were watching all day. Did he hit that FT?
Yes, FT.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did one single chuck, and then the second one he flipped, and he was like flipped it real slow, and then just squeaked it right in. He
Like
was calm as a
so
cucumber.
Yeah, I
good.
saw him stomp it. It was
Yeah.
insane.
And then did a couple backside airs on the other side of the hip where it was kind of crusty. That landing
Yep.
was not as soft.
And he one-footed the wall.
Yeah,
right?
one-footed the wall ride.
Yeah.
Great showmanship. Yeah, he's kind of underdog of the day. You know, known for broadcasting, but still gets in there and puts a beat down on the park.
Great. I was hyped when I saw his name up on the list to begin with. I'm like, hell yeah, Craig, let's fucking get it. You know? Let's
now
go.
we got some Bend royalty in here, so I want to know who we got. Mace, Big Air Jer.
Yep.
Fat Gabe.
Yep.
Yourself.
Yep.
Who we forgetting anybody?
Well, like kind of, there were some squeakers in there today who were also kind of Bend royalty.
Who are those guys?
Drew Brownrigg and Nate. We call him Duder.
Duder.
He was going huge at the end of the day there. Massive airs. He did some big hand plants too. So did Drew. Killing it. Both those guys are complete savages.
Now, who do
Mad
you think
underrated.
who would you say the King of Bachelor is out of that whole crew?
Well, the mayor. Oh, out of that whole crew.
Oh, no, do mayor.
Yeah, just
King,
get mayor. Like, what do we got?
Prince.
The mayor is Chris Luzier.
Okay.
I'd say like the Godfather, Jerry Lopez.
Yep.
Ooh.
Dirkson's in the mix somewhere, obviously. Austin Smith,
Yes.
also in the mix somewhere. Fergs.
Where do you come in there?
Yeah, where are you at?
Me and Ben Ferg are probably about on the same level. Maybe he's a little higher.
Because you're born and raised in Bend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
What about Curtis Cizik? You
The
can't forget him.
Fergs are they're born in Idaho.
Oh.
At least Ben.
Oh, there's an asterisk.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a couple asterisks in
That
there.
guy.
I was getting the heads up from Austin about there's a couple asterisks in the mix there.
Mason's an asterisk, not OG. Mace, yeah. So you know, but yeah, there's a lot of them. And then those guys, Jared and Mason, they've been holding it down. Gabe, Ferg, everybody. We got Dylan Collins. There's a whole bunch of people around here right now that are just coming up and absolutely killing it. It's kind of been a steady flow of that happening, though.
Well, and I've always said that over the years. I mean, I'm a massive fan of Dirksen, and going way back.
Right.
Like, we're talking like Robbie Morrow.
He's triple OG.
Cut his teeth here. And the reason that those guys are so strong, and you're such a strong rider yourself, is that yesterday afternoon, after the snow kind of turned to garbage, there is a big difference between the riding ability of someone who comes from smooth-ass Colorado or Utah and then Chunder death.
Right.
Up
Flat
here.
light
Flat
Chunder.
light Chunder going through POW. It's a different comfortability. It's a Northwest comfortability with snow. And it separates the men from the boys out here.
Yep.
Yeah. How do you think Bachelor's shaped the snowboarding for locals like yourself?
I think like people come out of this place, they're like good to go if you're going to be like a powder guy or any sort of like guy who needs to like get the speed right on stuff. Because that's what it is. Like, we're doing gaps. It's like these wind lips form up here. You need to mob a run and lose, like, no speed and then clear a gap and nail the speed. So, like, if you do that every day in, like, flat light and when it's good and when it's not good and, like, it just is, like, constant training. Like, watching, I was mad proud of, like, Jared in natural selection because he was just, like, you could see like the way he rode that was just like how he read Bachelor, where like he's super careful about where he's taking speed checks, like only where it's fresh, and like popping, just like spinning late and doing all this stuff. Like we just grow up hucking here all the time and chucking stuff, and eventually like over the years it stacks up and you become insanely good. Like,
and there's also some prestige with the turning here too. You know, you have Dirksen, who's the kind of the king of turning, really.
Straight up.
And so it's kind of in the bloodline here for people to like, you know, you guys do a bunch of bank slaloms up here in the Northwest, and it seems like that's great for the fundamentals.
And it comes from like those wind lips on the backside and stuff that we kind of got to see today. Like it was fun to show everybody, even though the snow was like not as good as we were hoping. You still got to like be like, yo, this is it. Like we ride this, like you go over the back and it's just these sick waves. Where like if you can hit one of those that's fresh and you paint a sweet line down the whole thing with like a little air and a nice slash, it's like a banger, you know, and something that happens like once every couple of seasons, maybe even for us. So, and we got to like actually do that with everybody here. So that was great.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So you guys got early ups this morning, real early ups.
Yeah.
The summit opened up. It hasn't opened up in a few days. Fresh POW up there. There was a big group shot that kind of had to be nailed. You guys had one shot at this super group shot from the top into a train in the Peace Park. Here it is right here.
It looks like we got it.
This is
Sweet.
insane.
I haven't even seen this.
Yeah, it's really cool. I saw some
at that
footage of this.
posse, huh?
Dude, just
Yep.
wait until you see how the train
yeah.
goes.
Yeah, so that's like right off the top. They call it the summit. You can ride in any direction you want. We're going straight towards the Peace Park here.
JP Mini Bike said he's lived here his whole life, never got early ups. So what a treat it was for you guys.
He snuck in there today.
Yeah, he snuck in.
Yeah.
Of course, he
King
did.
of sneaking in.
Yeah, I watched him and Jared and Austin sneak a run while this was happening.
You know, I talked to Curtis Cizik today, and he said he got up at 6:30 to get some fresh tracks. And when he went there, he said everything was tracked out to these guys. He was really happy about that.
Yeah, Curtis, when this group rode past the chairlift line and Curtis was standing there, that was nice.
Yeah. So you guys came, you did that face there, and then everyone went into a train into the Peace Park, and I thought that was really cool. Was that the first time you had actually taken a look at the half park setup?
No, I got in there yesterday with Cannon and like Zoe, which was epic. We got like 2 or 3 laps through, got to scope it. So then when we came through today, I had already hit stuff, which was nice.
Well, let's give a little preview for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what is it like? Tell us in your words what we've got in store for tomorrow's big comp.
Yeah, so it's right at the top of Cloud Chaser lift at Bachelor. It's the whole like half park, full Peace Park setup they have. 2 like really dope super poppy jumps in a row that you can kind of like take. They're sort of like off kilter, so you can take them bigger, kind of hip style a little, but they're tabletop-y. And then it flows into like the half pipe section where there's just 2 like probably 22 foot or maybe they feel bigger walls where you can hit like one real big hit and then another one flow out. And then there's like the diamond thing, which is also another like off kilter jump with mad options for how big you go. And then my personal favorite, the crazy trapezoid rail, up, flat, down.
That's an OG rail right
Yeah,
there.
it reminds me of some OG like old school video stuff for sure.
And
So-
then one thing sorry to interrupt, but I was going to say the formula. I don't know, for some of the people tuned in, they might not understand how this contest works. So day 1 was a slalom, and you
Yep.
get allotted points for your position. Day 2, wall, hip situation. Day 3 is the park, and that's worth 40%. The rest are all worth 20. And so there's an overall winner, and that's it. So
Totally.
you got a strategy to go for broke. How are you feeling about this thing?
And it's kind of like, well, it's comboed between like rider judging and the judge judging.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to factor that in.
Rider judging, you kind of want to butter up your friends. Tell them they're all looking really good. Did you get a
Exactly.
haircut today?
And hook them up with like,
yeah.
I'm going to be like kind of like hooking people up with beers tonight, like making sure people are warm.
You can't really play the psychological
sure they're warm.
Yeah.
The psychological warfare card doesn't really play tomorrow.
No,
No, it's like you got to buddy up.
overly friendly.
Right.
But you know what? You could do psychological warfare because you could be like really mean to everybody, and then you could be like, well, I'll vote for him because maybe this person's gonna like me. You know,
That's a good way to put it.
Reverse psychology. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a good time to take a quick break and talk about some of our sponsors.
Mountain Dew Spark might hypnotize you. You might want to stop staring. Stop staring at the delicious Mountain Dew Spark.
Oh, it looks like we're in a screensaver.
We need to go higher. Higher. Definitely higher.
We're like yodeling high.
Yodeling?
No. Ooh, don't do that.
We should go even higher. I'm good. Me too.
Adventure has a new look.
Let's go lower. Lower.
Discover more in the all-new Subaru Outback Wilderness. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean,
Okay, Todd, we're back.
Hi. Hello. Hi. I was just paying attention to my script. Do you know where we are in this thing?
Yes, we're with Haley Langland.
Oh, hey, Haley, how are you? Hi.
Yes.
Yo, what up?
So you are overall, you're number 2 in points right now in the
Yeah.
points chase. How you feeling?
I think it's a pretty good spot to sit in. However, Jamie's kind of crawling up there, and she could definitely take this thing tomorrow. I'm pretty psyched to be right behind Elena, who is just an overall crusher. And yeah, it's been a fun couple of days.
Yeah, let's talk about yesterday real quick. In the race, you know, we had that photo finish.
Yeah, how did you feel about the photo finish? Did you think you had it, or was it really a photo finish?
No, I think it was a real photo finish. Like, I got to see one of the angles, and it looked like we were pretty much nose and nose going over the finish line.
I mean, it was your
Yeah.
technique, right?
Yeah, I fully went full Baumgartner and shoved my nose out there. I even, like, got my body all across the snow. But I could tell she was speeding up, so I had to do something, and it worked out. Too bad I was, like, so tired going into that tiebreaker lap, and I just lost my legs around one of the corners, and she was way far in front of me no matter what, though. I kind of knew she was going to pull away. She's quick.
I heard you say something, can we both win?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that as
And
well.
then there was a firm no. I
Yeah,
believe,
there was
from somebody.
absolutely not. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Well, I'm glad it went that way. I mean, she's so sick to ride with, and yeah, she's competitive, which I really like. I think it kind of fired me up to be like, all right, fine, like, let's do this tiebreaker. And she pulled through and won, and it was such a fun day. I'm really stoked. That was the first time I'd ever done slalom, and yeah, I don't know, just really sick.
I think your guys' matchup was the most exciting of the
Yeah,
day, personally. I mean,
absolutely.
The first race, it's like you were ahead, she was ahead, and then back, and then the ending, it was amazing.
Yeah, totally. I kind of knew it was going to be like a real tiebreaker when I could hear everyone at the bottom kind of cheering. And I was like, oh, got to kind of get serious about this, I guess.
Well, and you did make Lucas Magoon proud with the layback. Maybe Mike Rav, a couple others. There's a lot of proud people to see that.
That was
shoulder
almost
hit
a
the
shiver.
snow. Yeah, it was a shiver.
It was
I
a
would
shiver.
say that was a rendition of a shiver.
Yeah, I'd say it was a shiver for sure.
Proud.
So moving into today, okay. So now you've got you've done your slalom event. Now you show up here and you've got this crazy wall ride quarter pipe thing plus a hip. How do you feel on hips? What's your opinion of hips? Are you comfortable out there on hips?
I mean, I love a good slushy hip, especially when it's sunny and especially when you're riding with all your homies. It's so fun. I don't ever get the opportunity, though, to ride a hip to this magnitude. I mean, kind of going up the chair and staring at it for the last couple of days has been pretty nerve-wracking. It's really tall, and it's got a bunch of kick, too, so you really get put up in the air, and that just makes me want to give kudos out to Takaru and Mark and Raibu for going absolutely ham on that thing. They were sending it and almost going to the very end of the hip, which I thought was really sick.
Yeah, one thing I gotta give you huge props for is I think that with your tweak, maybe not the amplitude is Raibu and Takaru because those guys were basically getting shot out of a cannon, but you had the dopest tweak out of any of the methods I've seen today. It was,
Yes.
we were unanimous in that. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. That one felt really good, so I appreciate that.
It was good. Good lockout, the whole 9 yards.
Yes, somebody was mentioning you had the hood up. You were kind of throwing some Scott Blum vibes out on the way.
Yeah, you were
kind of
very low-key.
Kind of low key.
Yeah, very photogenic, all black.
Yes.
A photographer's
Especially
dream.
with that light out there and all black. Like, what a
We
combination.
call that the Woods blender.
It was sunny. I was kind of happy to drop the jacket and get into some lighter layers, which was pretty nice. Even though it got kind of cloudy, it was still really warm. And yeah, I mean, kind of cut from the same cloth. I'm honored to be seen as maybe a replica of Scott Blum. That's awesome.
And then speaking of Blum, you threw down a good plant. You got up there. You got second in the wall or third, second or third?
I think I got second.
Yeah.
Yeah, second in the wall plant. Jamie got up there.
You guys looked close. I think that was up for debate, I thought.
Yeah, I think so. We have to look back at the photos.
Well,
Another photo
I'm
finish.
sure that there's been a judged call on that.
Yeah, they
Is there
probably
hand
eyed
plant
up.
gate happening? Is there plant gate?
No, not plant gate.
There's
I don't
no
think it's
plant gate?
No.
Okay.
Luckily,
With
it's not
the
up to
numbers.
us.
Yeah.
With the
Because
numbers, it's
apparently
easy
we
to
weren't
know.
paying attention enough.
I mean, you look at the photos, you look at the numbers, it's easy to decipher.
Okay.
That's a
who
game
the-
of
the
numbers,
actual-
Granny.
Yeah.
It's really a game of numbers.
It is.
I mean, we could break out a calculator and really break it down, but we're not good.
Yeah,
at
we're
math.
not. We don't want to
Let's-
bore the viewers, but what we do want to do is cut to a montage. So we've been basically playing montages of all the riders as the progression of the session happened.
Booyah.
So here we got Reggie coming in hot.
Dude,
Wow,
that is.
I love how that angle makes it look like he goes to the top.
that's
know?
that's.
He was
Seriously.
probably
a little bit of
one
a sneaky Pete
look-
angle.
Let's get a close number on this one. What are we at?
Where's that hand? Wow.
Wow.
That's
20.
19, 20?
Yeah, I was going 20 on that.
So that you could flip a coin with Max on that. Those are both. Those
He
are
probably
both
looked
up there.
as far as like comfortability goes. I think Red probably looked the most comfortable flying up the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from the start. I mean, he started doing those and everyone was cheering, and I think it got everyone into the mode to want to get on that thing. It's really nerve-wracking being at the top and seeing the numbers. I think that's the gnarliest part because you don't want to go only 5 feet or anything, and it's just crazy to see the boys chucking going high and Jamie getting up there too. Like, it was really sick.
How's that wall slide when you're hitting it? I wonder if we lubed it up for Zeb if he would have like shot even higher out of that thing, you know?
Just waxed it.
Yeah.
Wax
I was
the
thinking
wall.
like hot oil or something. I don't know, just something to really shoot him out.
Just rub
some bacon grease.
Just rub Brock's
bacon
jacket
grease.
on it.
Yes, that would have actually worked the best.
Get some motor oil on there. That'd be perfect.
Just something to really shoot him out.
Speaking of getting shot out, look at
Yeah,
Mark
Mark.
McMorris.
That's a true professional.
And
Oh,
I mean,
that
if
was
you
nice.
if you landed near the top of that thing, there was virtually no impact
I
at
mean,
all.
look at this.
0 impact, but if you landed a couple feet below, you're pretty bummed.
Yeah, you thudded pretty good.
Yeah.
There's Hales.
Yep.
Oh,
There's that
thanks.
method we're
Wow.
talking about.
Yeah, perfect.
Buds, you get a
cranker.
photo of that?
Look at the ride away.
I was shooting Zeb on the other side during that time.
Yeah, this
Harsh.
madness.
Yeah, that guy's a maniac. What do you think about Zeb's riding today?
Oh my gosh. If he was in this, I mean, dead giveaway, he
Yeah.
would take it for sure. Highest hand plant.
What are the odds of you getting on Zeb's board and taking
Yes,
some runs?
that would be
That would be
tight.
Virtually 0. I would say goodbye to my ACLs real fast.
Oh,
Is
and
that
right there,
Craig?
that was Craig's double chuck there.
Yeah, can we rewind that, or is that
Yeah.
we don't have the capabilities?
we
Kyle?
don't
No.
rewinding.
No, okay, we're-
next
okay,
year,
next year.
next year we'll get that.
Do not have
Yeah,
the
we
capabilities.
don't. Just want a reminder that we don't know what we're doing. So
There probably is a way.
Just barking orders.
That's right. This is all being run through a toaster.
yes, the files are in the computer. I've
That's
been
right,
told.
that's
so,
right.
Yeah.
The Japanese guys up there had to get a drone permit, I was told, that they went so high today. It was basically like a
they were
helicopter
going to,
license.
yeah,
They were-
airspace.
Airspace.
You need clearance.
But NASA had to be
Traffic
brought in.
control.
Yeah. Air traffic control.
Foreign object in the sky.
Yeah, with the UAPs, I think they
yeah,
call them now.
UFOs. UFOs going on.
So we just had Max on here a couple minutes ago, and you guys all went up this morning and got to rip down a bunch of POW straight into the half park. So did you get a chance to actually ride the half park at all?
No, our train line was the first time I had been through it. So that was pretty awesome.
What's first impressions for half park for you?
First impressions, I mean, there was a lot of chaos going on with like 50 other riders in front of me, but it seems so sick and fluid. It reminds me so much of a skate park. It's really chill. The first 2 jumps are a little bit smaller, but they put you up higher so you can kind of focus more on those stylish tricks, which I think is really cool and important. And yeah, that battleship rail is real tall, but I think my focus tomorrow is going to be more on the quarter pipe. Never really get to do quarter pipes during my season, so pretty sick to see this one cut out in the middle, little channel, and yeah, it'll be fun to get on.
Let's talk about that. So you've had a crazy season, right? You've done the Olympics and all the qualifier and that nutty business that all comes with getting to the Olympics and having a chance to compete on that biggest, stage of sport. Contrast that with coming here and doing Peace Park Championships. What's the contrast for you there?
Oh, I feel like everything's a lot safer and you're a little bit more motivated to be progressive because it's fun and you're with your friends and it's not any real sort of competition, and kind of feels more like just shredding the mountain with your homies, which I think brings the best snowboarding out of everyone.
Now, would the FIS ever postpone an event until noon because there was some POW? Does that happen? Does FIS do that?
They should take some notes. Huh?
Yeah.
It would be epic.
Yeah.
But
Now I gotta talk. We should talk strategy because you're number 2 in points. Let's go ESPN.
Oh, here we go.
Sports
Sports
analytics.
Center
Sports
ratings.
analytics here.
Yeah,
Because
here we go.
I want to pick your brain here because you got, Elena. She's been riding backcountry all year. You've been riding park. You might have a leg up on that department. And then I just want to talk strategy because tomorrow, obviously Jamie, Zoe, they're going to be ripping. Every one of the ladies is going to be ripping. Now, are you going to take it easy tonight, or are you going to drink like 75 beers and wake up in a snowbank? What do you think? What's your technique to get ready for tomorrow?
definitely be in the snowbank.
Yes, that is the correct answer.
Okay,
Bring it back to the roots.
If we see you, we'll put a blanket on you and leave you.
Perfect.
It was better when you hated us.
Respect
Wow.
that technique.
Who are you thinking is going to be going off tomorrow, in your opinion?
I think Zoe and Tess and Annika are really going to go absolutely insane, but can't really forget about the half pipe that's in the middle. And that's
Right.
kind of, I don't leave Elena or Q or Jamie out. I mean, I'm kind of hoping Elena wants to bust out that double rodeo again. That would be pretty sick. But yeah, I mean, really tomorrow, I don't think anyone has an advantage. I think it's kind of anyone's game. Yeah.
Love it. Love to
Cool.
see it. Well, you know what? I think, Kyle, it could be a good time to cut to another quick break.
You can be well dressed. You can be well mannered.
Oh, no. After you.
You can be well groomed. Or even well spoken. But there's just something about being well adventured. Adventure has a new look. Discover more in the all-new Subaru Forester Wilderness. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew. Mountain Dew Spark might hypnotize you. You might want to stop staring. Stop staring at the delicious Mountain Dew Spark.
I'm on my way home. I'm on my way back to stay. I can't do without you another night. Oh, baby, I'm on my way home.
The 2022 Woodward Peace Park Championships.
America's first carbon.
Can you memorize these
All right.
words for us?
Hello.
Words come out of our mouths.
We're back.
Welcome back.
We are. Oh, hold on. Are you set up?
We have a new guest. Yeah, we set him
Test.
up. I got him set up.
We're back here. We have yet another guest. Thank you to Haley Langland for coming in. We have Big Air Jer has joined us in the studio.
What's up, Todd?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
You sound good.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, okay, great.
You are feeling
Were you
good.
enjoying the local Ronde Van festivities?
Yep, been catching up on the bluegrass over at the Ronde Van Festival.
Who was playing fish?
Is it just me, or does all the bluegrass kind of sound the same? I have a really
A lot
hard
of
time,
banjo.
like,
I noticed
telling
a lot
what's
of
going
banjo.
on.
I think
Yeah.
one song started at 3:00, and now it's almost
still going.
6:30.
I thought it was the one song loop, and there's
It was
different
actually,
people
I think
playing
it was a 3-hour guitar solo I heard
Yes.
earlier. A lot of banjo in the background. What's the patchouli oil level over there?
I think it's less patchouli and more like trust fund Sprinter van.
Got it. Okay.
Gotcha. A lot of slacklining.
Yeah, a lot
half
of
a million
No,
in a
it's-
Sprinter going on
Yes.
out there. There's
Yeah.
500 Sprinter vans.
Yeah.
I heard
realistically.
James Jackson is selling his Sprinter van for $116,000 if anyone's interested.
Oh
Sweet,
wow, a
sweet.
sidebar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
Just
sounds great, so-
leave a message in the comments
Yeah.
if anyone wants to make a sale. Maybe Bombhole will get a commission.
Yeah, we'll
out
do a
of it.
link in bio
If
on
you got
Bombhole
any
for that.
money lying around and interested in a van life or a Ronde van up
All
here
right.
at Mount Bachelor.
Well, Big Air, this kid's had a big year. You know, before we
Yes.
talk about you kind of just absolutely demolishing the competition here at Peace Park, let's talk about Natty selection.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
The kid
Yeah,
shined.
kids in AK, T. Ricky.
Did
playing-
you get in Rice's mind, or did he get in yours?
Yeah.
Dude, so he got in mine. So
Yeah, I want to hear this
so
story. This is good. This is
listen.
good.
So I was like the first because you had to take a plane out to this glacier,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on the first load with like Elena and Marion, and get out there. Like Travis was supposed to be there, like whatever, doing his thing. And it's like get out there. I'm like, yo, where's Travis? He's like, oh, he's out riding right now. Like, oh, Travis is out riding right, like he's practicing right now. Like the best Alaskan snowboarder of all fucking time is.
Sandbagger.
That's the word we were talking about, but
Yeah.
let's go.
Keep going.
But yeah, so then like gets back, flies in a helicopter, swoops in, then just like comes in and throws his sleeping bag in my taste. Like, what up, roomie? I'm like, oh, really? Like that's pretty funny. And then Yeah, I didn't know it was going against him until later, but yeah, he was like, just like, I woke up one morning, he's just staring at me, just
staring at you. He probably set his alarm on to just to freak
yeah,
you
and I was
out.
like trying to like pick his brain on some advice about some Alaskan lions and like.
Can you trust him at that point though? When you're
I can't. Well, he also doesn't. He can't translate it to like my level. He's like, yeah, that looks pretty good, and you're like, what do you mean? Like, what do you like?
A little bit of question mark at the end of the sentence, dude.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm like, all right, perfect, thanks, Travis. Let's, I guess, drop.
The kid held his own.
Yes.
The kid, and then, I mean, talking about over when you were in Jackson. Holy
Yes.
smokes, that was a freaking show, dude. Wow.
Yeah, that was a ride for sure. And I was like, from the start, like I got like the call from Liam like 2 weeks before, and he's like, yeah, you want to do it? I'm like, of course, like it's sick. And then so I was just like hyped to be there. And then I'm like, all right, all I want to do is like make it past the next round so I can go to Baldface. And then just like found out that like the people from Baldface are going to Alaska. I'm like, oh, sick. Like this is perfect. And then just like kept on advancing. And then, yeah, I got to the final round with Sage and had a good run and just good showing. And it was a lot of fun. So
Kid's going to have new contracts in the mail
you
soon.
didn't know
a
it.
couple new Connies.
Was there? They were kind of short on people, and they just waited till the very end. And
I think
someone
that-
backed out. They finally called Big Air Jer,
I guess so. I don't know.
and then you cleaned up out there. So
Yeah, I made the selection committee look good, I guess. So shout out to them. I don't know.
in Salt Lake, we were cheering for you. I'll tell you that.
Little did
I heard you
know
guys were
that
cheering
was-
for Sage.
No, I was cheering for you.
I
He
had
was
all my
cheering
money
for
on
Sage.
Sage.
I
Yeah.
was cheering for
Yeah,
you.
I was.
Yeah, I know you were. I haven't watched your broadcast, but
Yeah.
I heard you were going all in on
Yeah,
Sage.
I was
I
all
made,
in
I actually,
on Big Air
I made
Jer.
some money on that.
Natty Select was
Off the
actually the,
record.
the
Off the
quali-
record.
it was the
Allegedly,
You did not
qualifier
make any money.
series.
It was
Monopoly
the
money.
qualifier?
Yeah, it was a qualifier series for the Peace Park
It
Championship.
was.
Did you
You're
know that?
absolutely right. Yeah, the
I don't see how
climax-
else I would get in.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So let's talk about your. You did great racing yesterday too.
Yes.
You're just smashing gates.
You were angry as a racer should be.
Was it true about the water bottles in the jacket?
Yeah.
Yes, had a water bottle in the jacket. The Norwegian was kind of doing some ski racer tricks, and I
Karate
didn't,
chop.
I didn't want a bruised arm at the end of the day, and the only way to beat
Those
that
aren't
tech
ski
is to use
racer
that
tricks.
tech.
Those are actually actual racing techniques to do a better job in the course.
At one point, you had a gate.
They are not funny tricks.
You had a
out
gate
there.
in your hand to potentially spear
Yeah.
the person next to you.
Did I?
Yeah, it was like
you-
Hunger Games
you
out
had
there.
You caught a gate in your hand, and you were like had it raised above your head at one point in the race.
I guess I blacked
Who
out
are your,
racing. I was in
who are your
race mode.
victims? Who are your victims? Because I know you kind of were picking them off. You went all the way to the finals.
Yeah, took out DeBuck, and then
Yep.
hometown hero Mason Lemry.
Wow, that was you went middle finger at the end. I saw on that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I kind of went. Well, he was talking
He
his
was chirping.
smack.
That was one of my favorite moments of the day.
What was he chirping?
You're going down, dude. But he was like trying to like talk smack, but it was
We should
kind of.
pull up the highlight again. Throw
I
that on
feel
the
like-
screen while
I
we
feel
talk
like
about
Sebe
this.
is too tall to go.
He's
as
too
fast.
tall.
Yeah.
He was
You know
doomed
what I
from
mean?
the start.
Talk about
but
drag
Mon,
out there.
if he used Mon's tech, he would have been fine because
Yeah, it's
Mons
true.
is a big guy too. And then Mick Momo kind of took out himself. I can't really take credit for that.
You kind of slipped on a banana peel.
Yeah,
out there.
and then Roislin in the final.
Yeah, we
he
got
won.
some highlights on
Racing's
here. Big
racing, you know. A win's a win.
a win is a win.
It's
Yeah.
not really up for debate. You just simply won. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
like
not
a
really.
club style.
It's
run.
not a style game out there.
Yeah, it's not subjective.
It is not judged. It's time.
That's right.
It's simply I'm better than you and I'm faster than you in all ways.
If
Exactly.
you're not first, you're last.
That's why we love it.
You are an inferior human to me at this point
Yeah.
in time, and we
Exactly.
can't even argue it.
I think we're going to see the next race here. We're going to see Mark Moe go full snowplow with his face. If that's true. Yes, it is. Here it
There
is
it
right
is.
here.
See, he had me in the start, you know.
Oh, this is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where Big Air was. He was spiteboarding at this point. He's like, "Oh, I
It
don't
was-
have it. I don't have it.
ah!
I don't have it." And then he
Yep.
gave it away.
Yep. Sorry.
So
Mark.
really,
You probably could have won that one
Yeah, he
too.
probably could have won
Yeah,
that.
he would have had
Yep,
you. It
he
looked
would have
like.
had you.
Yep.
And then this is you and Mason. You're on the right there.
Yep.
Look at him get low.
Oh,
Look at him
another
getting
one
low.
down. That's the
Oh,
one.
there it is.
There's the middle
There it
finger.
is.
Yeah.
There's what we're talking about.
Well, I was saying earlier, he was trying to talk smack to me, but it was kind of one of those situations where he just kept on doing it, and then I wouldn't say anything back, and he kind of got
Ooh,
in
so
his own head.
See, that's
oh,
wow.
yeah, that's a
Wow.
good technique.
Yeah, it's a good tech. Doesn't always work though.
You should
Didn't,
try
didn't
that-
work with Travis.
You should try that on Rice, and the next time you're with him, just have him wake up with you just staring at him.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what you guys are doing, just stare at Rice always.
Dude,
Do it
straight
at like
up.
4 a.m. too, like really freak him out with a lantern by your face or something. Like
like,
Travis, you're sleeping. Wake up. Travis.
I was calling him Pop Up there.
You're calling him Pop Up?
Pop Up.
Pop up like he's much older than him. That's a good technique to get in his
Are
head.
you feeling old? You're
Yeah.
pretty old. Are
How
you
your
feeling
knees
okay? Because I'm
feeling?
young and
Yeah.
spry.
Yeah.
My knees are great. How about your knees that are 20 years older than my knees?
Seems like they work pretty good on that 80-foot back
Yeah.
three.
His knees have no problem.
Yeah, Pop Pop's doing great.
Legend
Yeah,
has
it's
it. He
lubed
has cyborg legs on there, and that's how he's able to do that.
Legend also has it. I think we got another montage we can cut to. Kyle, what's going on that thing? We got anything left in there?
Hey, Chris, I saw you with a radar gun today.
I did. It was hard to. It was people,
Hard to
Oh,
gauge?
this is my iPhone edit right
Wow.
here.
Oh, wow.
you go.
This is
Yeah, look
shaky
at this.
cam. I
Yeah,
drank
this
too
is
much
called
coffee out
earthquake-
there.
This
huh?
is earthquake cam.
Yeah,
so
was
that
there a
is-
minor tremor?
Yes.
Is this Tremor 6?
Yeah, starring Kevin Bacon.
Kevin
Actually,
Bacon.
yeah, he's the main character.
Tremor
It's the
6.
Tremors Attack Pack is what they call it. The 6-disc volume DVD.
We're going to
set.
need to get you a gimbal, bud.
And speaking of 6-disc DVD, Raibu going
Dude.
to the moon.
The Mason back rodeo was twisted.
Kid was twisted off the potion, is what I hear.
Yeah, twisted. How fast did you clock these guys in? Any tickets being written?
We had about I think Raibu clocked at 40 something miles an hour when he did.
You had a radar gun.
The booster.
For real.
He had a radar
Yeah,
gun.
Yeah.
And I think Zeb clocked in at about 175 miles an hour. going
You know,
into the-
one thing we did notice, Jairus, we were clocking you at about 38 miles an hour, and then you would throw a cinder block out the back of the
throw the
car
anchor.
and slow way down. Like you were coming in hot,
Anchors
like
away.
you wanted to eat the wall ride, and you would do 7 speed checks. We're
Dude,
like,
well, it's scary going into that thing. Mason, I mean, whatever. That thing just got so choppy at the end. I'm just like, is it really? Do I really need to go to the top of this thing?
you
Like,
kept going though. That's what we
Yes.
really admired. Is like we were like, well, I think everyone's done, and then you'd come flying down again. And
well, it was like whatever.
Drop
From
the anchor.
From the start of the day, I was like, I'll try to get to the top of that thing, and then just like I kept on dropping higher, and then I would just like speed check and go slower. Then if I dropped at the slower point, I'm like,
How high did you get up there today?
not
think-
high enough.
I think
14,
he-
14,
yeah,
probably one of
14
the
to 15
highest
feet
there.
high.
Yeah.
Let's talk
14,
about your
15.
boy Mason real quick. We were gonna maybe try to get him in the booth. I don't know where he's at, but he
He's snow skating on the mountain right
He
now with
is.
Brock Crouch.
Of
Yeah,
course he is.
Yeah, he's trying some gaps.
This guy is exciting.
He's my favorite snowboarder to watch.
Yeah, not afraid to send.
No, not afraid of anything.
I heard he's
really.
an explosive device a lot of times.
Like a
when you
hand
get him.
grenade about to
Yeah,
go
he
off.
does
You don't know
blow
what's
up.
gonna happen.
How old
You
is
never
this kid?
you never know what's gonna happen. He's either 21 or 22. He may either just turn 22 or he's 21. I think.
He's looking
Seems
good
like
out
he's
there.
got one mode like completely wide open, and he's either going to land something spectacular or he's going to explode.
It's
He's
AKA
going
beast
to
mode
yeah,
out
like
there.
that's exactly. He's gonna do a miracle trick that doesn't make any sense, or he's gonna. Dude, we went up after we were hitting Cornice today, which is like this classic Mount Bachelor cliff, and we're like filming it, and then he like tries a cab 5, kind of like messes up, and then just like goes up, drops like 30 feet higher, and just does like an 80-foot backflip, just
I
to like
saw
the bottom,
footage of
and just
that.
like exploded.
It's called showmanship.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Dude, just like complete, like lost all his stuff, and then there's this other like tabletop, like perfect tabletop, like on the run down, and then just like busts a perfect backside rodeo 7, just like stomps the piss out of it, and you're like, you never know what to expect from the kid.
Yeah, it's roulette, man. It's a game of
He's
roulette
coming,
out there.
he's coming in super hot on the scene. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you call him Mason Jar, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's just his Instagram name. It's like me,
Ah,
you just
right.
get caught.
Did you pick your own Instagram
You get caught in the
name?
handle.
Or were you given the Big Air Jer?
Yeah.
It was kind of given. It was like, so we were hitting this like jump at Bachelor when we were like super or like 14 or whatever, and like Big Air, because like they call me Jer, and then like Big Air Jer. I'm like, fuck. Instagram name, perfect.
Yep.
Like, and then just, yeah,
Perfect.
it's stuck since, I guess.
It's a solid fit.
The
Solid
handle,
fit.
the handle sticks, right?
The handle sticks. I've thought about changing it because it is kind of cringe,
Let me
but
tell you something. If
I don't
the
think
shoe
it's
fits,
cringe.
wear it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
The
don't
shoe
think it's
fit, wear
cringe.
it.
It's kind of just you right now, and you're living
right.
up to the name.
You should just change it to Travis Rice 2.
Yes.
yeah,
If
exactly.
you get older, you start
about-
falling off. You can be small air.
How about
Jer,
younger
small
than
air
Travis
Jer.
Rice?
Yeah, I'm gonna change it once I get older and stop hitting stuff.
But now you can keep landing in the parking lot, and we'll be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, take it to the parking lot for now.
Well, should we take a quick commercial break?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about
Sounds
that over in
great.
the media room?
Let's pay.
You guys heard about Mountain Dew?
Yeah, let's pay the bills.
Pretty
There we
good.
go.
You can be well dressed. You can be well mannered.
Oh, no. After you.
You can be well groomed. Or even well spoken. But there's just something about being well adventured. Adventure has a new look. Discover more in the all-new Subaru Forester Wilderness. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew. Mountain Dew Spark might hypnotize you. You might want to stop staring. Stop staring at the delicious Mountain Dew Spark.
I'm on my way home. I'm on my way back to stay. I can't do without you another night. Oh, baby, I'm on my way home.
The 2022 Woodward Peace Park Championships are being brought to you by Fat Tire, America's first certified carbon-neutral beer. By Mountain Dew, proud partner of Peace Park. And by the all-new Subaru Forester Wilderness.
We're back.
Hey.
We're back in the booth here at the Bombhole Peace Park.
The booch.
Whatever we're calling this thing. Junk show. Which
Yeah.
is really what we should call it.
It's a solid junk
We got
show.
Big Air Jer if you're just tuning in. He's doing great in this event. He got second in the race. He was doing some high plants. He just destroyed natural selection. But I believe I just got word from our producers here. We got some more footage to talk about. So let's throw this on the screen and maybe Big Air, you can talk us through this.
Yeah, so here we got Max Worthington. I mean, kind of a weird shot for the montage, but seems like he pulled out of that one just fine.
Not really an A grade, but we'll go with it.
I liked it. I like the back three.
Yeah,
Kind of
we're
like
going two angles on it.
Yeah.
So
Let's show it again.
This is called the mime plant. He's just miming his way
The
around.
rainbow plant
they
right
just
there.
shuffled the hard drive.
Oh, three. We're going forward.
Oh.
Yep.
Let's show
Can we get a
every
five?
angle
Can we
of
get a
that.
five?
Yeah. Is anyone
Can
have
we
an
get a
iPhone or a
five?
Is there a
drone
drone?
angle?
Is there a drone?
Oh, look at that, Japan.
Yeah,
that
little
was
Japan
doubles. They
Air.
cut out the last guy.
Dan got cut out on that one. Oh, that was my favorite.
that was
No
clean.
grab alley oop.
That was
Swag.
Red kind of talked me out of the hip today until like the last 10 minutes when
Oh,
they said I had to do
psychological
it.
warfare. There's Jamie with that
Yes.
hand jack.
Yeah, I want to say Haley might have went higher. I don't know. That was my.
Let's see where that hand
Where we
goes.
at?
That's at 7.
Seven.
Okay.
It's 7, but was that the one?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point.
That might. I think
I
I
think
did.
she only
She
did
did
one or
bigger
two.
after. I think this was nice.
This is
Dude,
kind of the
he did that off the cornice today. He was with us. He
Wow,
just
he landed
first
one.
try hit
Practicing out
a
there.
front 7.
I didn't know he landed that. I thought he went down.
Yeah, I kind of thought he put his high back in his butt.
This kid's vibe.
That
is
was
nice
actually
out
presented
there,
by
too.
Depends
great.
Diapers because I saw a couple people that had soiled their pants on
Dude,
that.
that
I
also
think.
happened on the wall. A couple.
Yeah, there's a couple depends moments
Yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah,
couple
that-
tears.
Yeah, couple tears in the undergarments
Yes.
from what I hear.
Here we go.
I would like to see Haley Langland riding that just to see what it looks like
Yeah.
for proportions.
Twice or so. Dude.
Wow.
Dude, there's a photo there that's probably a screen grab I'd like to see. Just full pencil. The pencil.
Whoa.
Oh,
Dude.
wow. That was the one where he almost got his
Look at that
hand up
landing.
on the top.
Dude, so many times today, just from the chairlift, Zeb was just chilling up there like, Zeb, you're the man! Like, everyone up there just like, I'm like, dude, this guy's a straight
He's the
celebrity.
people's
It's
champ.
insane.
Mm-hmm. Here's another
Here, let's-
Jamie.
yeah, let's
This
see
might be.
the-
Where's she at?
8?
Yeah.
Put her at 8.
Okay, yeah.
Mark her
put
down
at
for 8.
Yeah,
Put her at
Put
8.
her at 8. Let's call that a clean 8.
Yeah.
There's another shot of it right there.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep, second angle.
What do we got?
Is that Tess?
Tess? Yep.
Nice front side invert. She's getting those. She said this is the first time she's ever really done those. She usually does Miller flips. Oh, wait. There it is.
There's the method
There
from
it is.
That's what the people like to see.
Yeah, that was
The
nice.
Warbington rewind.
Another angle?
Sorry about
dude.
that.
Pretty dope.
That was
Yeah,
sick.
that's a trick right there.
Yeah, that was some salsa picante pepper. Oh, there's
Wow.
the
Yep.
grenade.
Yeah.
That's mason jar.
That's young liability. Your boy's a problem.
Throwing
right
a
there.
mason jar at the
Yeah,
wall.
that's that OG
Oh,
Jake
oh.
Price behind the knee grab is what we call that.
Wow, that was a scary event right there. Maybe, I don't know if you saw the size of where Mace made that giant bomb
I felt
hole.
it.
Yes,
I felt it.
You felt it on
Yep.
one of your landings.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks like Timmy Ronan hot tub is what we call that. He's known for landing on his back in the backcountry. Our good friend.
Yeah,
Now,
whirlpool.
One thing about Mason I noticed is it doesn't take much to get him to try something. I think he was over it, and we said Mason, you should go back up and front flip that wall, and it doesn't take much to get him.
It doesn't take a lot.
Just give him a little poke, and
does not take a lot. I mean, last night we were watching this, and we're like, Mason, odds you go in and just shotgun a beer on set. 1 in 10. Just not hard to convince to do anything. He's like, should we do this?
Doesn't handle peer pressure well.
Yes. No. You know he does.
Or he
Actually.
does.
Very susceptible to peer pressure.
Yeah, peer pressure if you don't handle it well.
And hard to talk him out of something too if he's
once he's in.
Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna switch method this. You're like, you sure? Yeah, I got it. Like, all right, I'm filming. Like, and then all of a sudden you got 200,000 views on your Instagram post. It's great.
Yeah. Wow.
That's incredible.
Are we gonna go one more montage?
Yeah, we got another montage.
Because the final sesh, I think.
Let's
right?
have Big Air talk us through this final sesh. He's a great comment.
Here we go.
This is session 3, correct?
Is there a couple more shots of Max's backside?
Yeah, do we have any
Yeah,
on the wall?
can we open with that?
Nope,
maybe?
no.
Yeah.
We just got. We're getting. We're getting.
that was
the
it?
axe,
Can we
that's
find the
it.
drone angle?
Yeah, maybe we could do 6 or 7 more shots of that. Would be
Yeah,
good.
we didn't see the drone.
Yeah. No drones.
We got a drone in this booth.
Yeah, we could. They did fly one.
Those guys, yeah, they threw one in the building.
If
right?
you notice the intro shot, I think we talked about it briefly, but just if you notice Eastone with the leg up, looking like Christian Slater.
It's more of a Matthew McConaughey
Yeah, it
vibe
was.
from that one movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say McConaughey for
Yeah,
sure.
I get
Dazed and
older, they
Confused.
stay the
Dazed and
same
Confused.
age.
You know, I don't know
one of those.
if you've noticed it when you go to the summit, up to the summit chair. There's a little garden gnome that looks an awful lot like Eastone off to the side in the snow. when you
Gnome.
get up.
I got
Yeah.
something going with Target, pro model Target, Garden Gnome coming out.
How tall is the resi on that one?
Oh, it's sky high.
You guys, if I can get small,
4-fist commish?
small ball
Yeah.
sacks
We're
made
going
of
4-fist
plastic,
commish.
you guys can easily have garden gnomes made of Eastone.
Yeah, we
for
got
the
to
bomb
look
hole.
into that.
Yeah.
We got people looking into
There's
that.
a lot of
Yeah,
merchandising opportunities.
We're
really
going to be
is.
working on a full mold of it. It's going to be great.
All right, well let's talk about our sponsors for a quick second here.
You're getting thirsty. Bold. Refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
Oh, it looks like we're in a screensaver.
We need to go higher.
Higher.
Definitely higher.
We're like yodeling high.
Yo,
No, don't do that.
we should go even higher. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. I'm good. Me too.
Adventure has a new look.
Let's go lower. Lower.
Discover more in the all-new Subaru Outback Wilderness. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
All right, hey, we're back.
We are back.
Yeah,
Welcome to 1015, the bomb hole.
I'm just-
Chris Grenier here. Stony Buds, how you doing?
I'm doing great, my dog. Hey, we're joined here. Why don't you just introduce yourself? What's going on here? Who do we have in the booth?
Okay.
Come on, fly this plane.
I'm Dan. Dan Davis here. You're tuned into the later version of the Bomb Hole podcast here at Peace Park. We got Sean Malto and my good friend Cookie. Some friends of mine, skaters from my fellow sponsor Mountain Dew. Good snowboarders actually too. These guys rip.
Solid.
We were definitely somersaulting around some powder today. I don't know if we were that great.
Did you find some soft snow?
Yeah,
Attaboy.
we found some fresh stuff out there. It was we were working hard though.
Yeah.
I mean, you get stuck in those trees. It's tough to get out.
Back leg on fire.
You know what? I'm like, ever since I had ankle surgery, I'm always on my front leg, which
Okay.
is probably a reason why I'm getting stuck out there.
No.
I need some pro tips, you know?
I always hear people complain about their back leg in
Really?
the powder. Yeah, when you're sitting, kind of back leg powder, trying to.
Can we talk about these pants you got on right now? What is happening? You got sleeping bag pants on.
Todd, I don't know if you've been outside, but we're camping.
Right.
I know you're down in Bend.
Camping is a lifestyle, apparently. 24 hours a day camping.
We hang out outside, and where are you at? Where are you staying?
They got me at the Sheridan.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's in the
You know,
spa.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
walking around outside.
We got bomb hole budget to throw around here.
I thought I'd throw on the puffy kit. You got the puffy boots.
You're
pants.
fitting right in up here.
Yeah, no, I try to.
So matching head to toe.
Yeah.
I try to. When we're camping, you need the warm gear. It gets cold out there, especially when the sun goes down. You walk outside right now. It's not 60 degrees anymore. It was a nice day out there, though.
So you got Mountain Dew sponsors all you guys. They've, given you this opportunity at Peace Park to kind of bring all your friends here together for this. What's the vibe so far for you? It's one thing to kind of draw this out on a napkin, and then another thing to see it actually come to fruition. What are your thoughts so far on what's happening here?
It's great, and friends like these coming to show up at this thing where not only friends of being action sports related friends.
Malto's at all the Dew tours. He's at all the snowboard events these days.
I love it. I think it's amazing.
He's a good boarder, He's a good boarder, and Cookie as well. I met Cookie in Vermont quite some time ago, I would imagine.
Are you from Vermont?
I am, yes.
Where in Vermont?
Just outside of Burlington, half Williston, half Colchester.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Cookie's got all the street spots in Burlington. If
Sick.
anybody's looking to go to Champlain or
The place is very fond to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Clocked a lot of hours at UVM in Champlain, but I never went there.
Exactly.
I spent more time on this campus than any of you students.
Yeah, right?
Fully. And they're pretty friendly about you skating it, yeah?
They are. Yeah. They really are.
I haven't done any snowboarding there. I'm not much of a street snowboarder, but
I had some friends growing up who would get down street snowboarding around town, and they'd light stuff up at UVM and
there's spots I
around
think.
town. There are.
Zeb's got some spots.
Yeah, my one friend would grind a rail off a parking structure that was 2 or 3 stories drop.
Yep.
And it's just incomprehensible to me.
The hospital hip is a famous one.
It is, yeah, where they
I've
ride the
hit that
wall, I
one.
think.
It's like the parking garage is here, and then they pile up all the snow from there. It dumps over, and then there's a big pile of
Oh yeah,
snow.
it's legendary.
It's a very I've hit it before with Billy Anderson. Actually.
There you go. Well, let's switch gears from Vermont back to why the hell people are spending a lot of money to give you an event here.
This has been a fantastic event. I get to invite people like Sean and Cookie. I get to invite all my friends from snowboarding. My dad's here. There's music that we're kind of, we're not a part of Ronde Van. We're kind of our own thing in Peace Park, but we got music going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very I don't know. It's something I kind of like to do.
Yeah.
Snowboard and hang out and camp in the lot. And to just be able to not only build this course that's really fun to ride and invite all these people here to enjoy it. I get to bring people like these guys and my pops and we all get to have just a rad weekend, and it's not about competing or who wins, or it's kind of just more of a fun weekend with your friends.
Well, let's talk about today's festivities up on the hill. So we had, we've been talking about the quarter pipe hand plant and the hip air. We're going to show a montage. We have this other montage. Okay, we got another montage here. Dan, so just kind of talk us through what went down today and what we're in store for tomorrow, because tomorrow is kind of like the big capper for this event, isn't it?
It is. Tomorrow's kind of the last day. We got a big kind of public ride day on Sunday, and that's kind of the cherry on top, is the public gets to rip that. But tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be sort of, we're calling it Half Park, but it's really the Peace Park. We did a wall ride and a highest air today, and Zeb went psycho. Rybu went psycho. Max Warbington really showed up. Reggie showed up. I mean, look at this Zeb clip,
so
dude.
insane.
It was a really good session, and I had my questions when I showed up. The wall looked really big, really skinny, and it worked. Look at that. Zeb's on a 190. I don't know if that's harder or working to his advantage. I'm not really sure, but this was a great session, and I think tomorrow we can expect another fun one. The jumps aren't huge. We're not going to be conquering the world with our airtime tomorrow, but it's a rad fun course that there's a ton of different lines in. I think we're going to see some of the slope style boys shine. I think some of the half pipe crew's going to bust out some of their expertise in certain parts of the zone. So we have Half Park tomorrow, starting in the midday, and we'll be at you guys in the evening with an edit and some winners.
Haley was saying that she really likes that course because it's really flowy, and I think that's to me that's what like any of the Peace Parks at any of the resorts across the U.S. represents. It's like, you want that cement skate park flow where it's not just you're not just hitting a jump or you're not
kind
just
of
hitting
working with the terrain over there. Bachelor is kind of a unique mountain where you've got a lot of like just rolly. It's not about the steep cliffs and chutes and things here. It's about like all these wind lips and knolls and things you can pop over. So there's these really great land features that really kind of directed what we were going to do with our Peace Park.
Sure.
It's like there's a jump on this left side because the hill comes up over there, and it's sort of like street skating in a way, but with terrain, with like 1,000 vertical feet of terrain.
Sounds exactly like street skating.
Yeah, no, it's like some San Francisco.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment moving snow around, but it's a lot like the streets.
Yeah, no, it kind of, you're working with the terrain though. You got to have speed where you need it and shut it down where you don't. And so it's a perfect run for what we're trying to do tomorrow. It's going to be fun.
And like I said, Sean, you've been at a lot of the Dew Tour events. I always see you at like the Copper Mountain event over the years, and you're no stranger to getting out and throwing yourself around in the snow. What's it like to come here and watch something like, obviously there's mega ramp and skateboarding, and Danny Way is from a different planet, him and Bob and Elliot and all those dudes. But you watch something like this where like it doesn't really seem like it's possible at first. What do you think when you see a 24-foot high wall ride like on top of a 24-foot high quarter pipe?
It makes zero sense to me. I look at it and I'm automatically scared. I thought Zeb was gonna die 100 times today. I seriously was. It looked so wrong so many times, and he somehow just lands it every time.
He goes in. He must go into this like mental state that's just like, I got this. Just chill.
Dude, how does he get out of that?
Late rock and roll to like
with
shuffled down.
With a 190 or a 200 centimeter snowboard, the thing is huge.
It is so sick, though. I have so much respect.
Yeah, he's a sender in all scenarios.
Yeah.
Like any time on the mountain with that kid is a blast. But it was a show out there today.
What are you looking for tomorrow?
I think so the standings. I don't know if you guys have a leaderboard or if you've
shown
we
know where it's at.
The leaderboard. I think here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the leaderboard. So I'm seeing like Jared, Sparky, Takaru look like in a really good spot to just go bananas tomorrow. Raibu, I think, will go kind of bananas tomorrow because he's got it in him. Max, really looking forward to watching Max ride. I love his stuff. Dusty, I think, he's sitting in 8th, but don't be fooled. This is like
it's 40%. The last event is worth 40% of the points.
Tomorrow's kind of for all the cheese, all the beans,
Mm-hmm.
or all
Marbles.
Marbles. Is
Yes,
that what it is?
marbles.
Yes, marbles. Sorry.
Cheese, beans.
Cheese, beans, marbles.
I'm starving.
I know, yeah. It is dinner. If anybody needs food, go eat after this. It's going to be great tomorrow, though. I think we have a nice, I'm not even going to say it, but we have some nice weather tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be good.
It's going to be spring
I'm not
break
gonna
over
count
there
on
on
it
that
too
side of
much.
that side of the mountain. So, are you guys going to be over there tomorrow kind of checking that out?
Yeah,
What's
I
your
want to
plans?
put these guys with you. I want to give them a good view.
Great.
And maybe we get, just because it's a hard course to see from one.
Yeah,
it's a long course.
It is a
We
long
got
course,
lot
and
of-
there's a couple spots that we can kind of look at. As you see right here, here is kind of the fast forwarding of this morning. This is your power run this morning where you guys kind of came down. Now watch as everyone kind of rolls into this thing. There's a whole bunch of different options. These two hips right here are pretty cool.
This is nice. It's poppy and short, and so is this one on your right. It'd be like kind of fun, not crazy amount of airtime or scary. It should be super fun, and I think you'll see a lot of lines. It's not about your best run tomorrow. It's about the session. How much can you come up with on this thing?
That looks so
Doesn't that look rad?
This half pipe wall too is going to be either your best friend or your worst friend because I almost decked on.
So I'm thinking maybe we
bad
set
this
up shop on top of that half pipe wall.
I think you want to be on Rider's left.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
what I was telling these boys.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you want to be on Rider's left, and you'll get a whole view of the course. This is a rail for the first time in Peace Park in a while.
Yeah, how's that? Is Steely Dan gonna come out and play tomorrow?
I'm gonna get sideways.
All right.
I think I usually only 50-50 because then
Board
you don't
slide?
catch your edge.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Because I always run sharp edges and I'm always scared. I'm told it doesn't matter, but I still get scared of going sideways.
I rode past that rainbow rail today. We ducked under the line. We hit the little closed session, but that thing looks gnarly. I kind of want to try to 50 that.
No, you got that.
Yeah, you can ride onto it, right?
Yeah,
or do you got to pop onto it?
No, there's like a
like
little
70 miles an hour. It's cool.
Yeah, just got.
There's like a gap.
Okay,
But
I
it's
mean,
pretty much
little
right on.
free air onto it. Yeah. All
Your-
right.
Your foot isn't even going to be off the snow. Your nose will touch it.
Okay,
first. Just
cool.
give a little lift.
Yeah.
You got that. Well,
Okay. All right.
we got you.
I want to see that board slide though.
I promise. I'm thinking
Steely
I'm
Dan.
thinking like
That's what they call him in the
it's sort of
streets.
like
Yeah?
a spine feature.
Big fan.
So I'm thinking from the side and you know.
Oh, kind of gap out and transfer over?
Yeah, like
Is it
kinda-
kinked? Like, is there a flat or is it
It's
one rainbow?
up, flat,
and
down,
Okay.
and spines on the side and a jump on the front. So I think I'll come from the side. Back lip would be really rad. Like to the down. I like to think I'm gonna like do these things, but then Dusty will go do it like first run, and he'll just be like, "Wow."
You got to beat him to it.
Yeah.
Or just don't
a
watch.
Danny Davis back lip is never a bad
Yeah,
thing.
I'm
ever,
down.
You know?
I'll make it happen.
It's no contest,
It's
right?
for y'alls if I
There
do
we
it.
go.
Well,
Sure, it's a contest.
we're going to wrap this up tonight because you guys need to go. Obviously, Dan is starving. He's just talking about beans and cheese over
and
here.
cheese and quesadillas.
Yeah, your girl's gonna love the bean and cheese meal later on
Yeah,
as
no,
you
no.
guys are staying up here in the camper. But so tomorrow we've got the Half Park event is going down. Thanks you guys for coming by and hanging out.
So glad
with
you
us.
guys are here.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
having us.
And thanks Dan.
Thank
for
you.
setting up this whole thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is
Thank
gonna be
you.
real fun. Tomorrow we're gonna be back. We're gonna be capping this thing off. We got the leaderboard going. Someone's gonna go home with some fabulous prizes tomorrow afternoon.
15 grand. There's no prizes. It's cold hard cash.
Cold
Todd.
hard cash.
15 G's?
15 G's.
Hell yeah.
You
Someone's
think
gonna-
my 50 on the rainbow rail that might cut it, right?
Dude, if you 50 the trap, I got 100.
We'll peel you up.
You got 100?
I got a Venmo.
Wow.
$100.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Take
Well,
that straight to Domino's.
we're going to hold our breath for that, Malto. We're going to see you just get that 50-50. You're going to have to go in at speed. Maybe you could.
11 to 3 is the session.
Right.
11 to 3?
Yeah, no.
All right.
One try is all you need, though. One try is all you need. One try for glory.
And Todd's going to give us one beautiful like back seven on one of the kickers.
Okay, so that just before we leave, let's talk about me for a second here. I mean, that park is probably one of the more fun-looking parks that I've seen this year that I want to
I think you can dabble in there.
get with because
Yeah.
I don't want to hit a 70-foot kicker anymore. I'm done with that. I'm going to Mexico in like a week. I need stuff that will provide me a landing with the least amount of impact so it won't interfere with my surf vacation.
Just don't overshoot these and you'll be gravy.
All right,
The
well.
landings are tight. They're steep. But
All
they
right.
feel great when you grease them, so we got you.
That being said, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Buena noche.
We're going to wrap this thing up. You've been watching the Peace Park.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
You can be well dressed. You can be well mannered.
Oh, no. After you.
You can be well groomed. Or even well spoken. But there's just something about being well adventured. Adventure has a new look. Discover more in the all-new Subaru Forester Wilderness. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Mountain Dew Spark might hypnotize you. You might want to stop staring. Stop staring at the delicious Mountain Dew Spark.
I'm on my way home. I'm on my way back to stay. I can't do without you another night. Oh, baby, I'm on my way home.